Be very still now. Not the stillness of someone waiting for something, the stillness of someone who has arrived. The quality of stillness that comes not from absence of movement, but from the completion of a long journey. From being, finally, exactly where you were always going, even when you did not know you were going there. Breathe. And let the breath be the breath of someone who is home. This transmission is the last thing I want to say to you, and it is the most direct. There are no frameworks in this one, no teachings, no metaphors about oceans or mirrors or fields. Just one thing, said as clearly and as completely as I know how to say it. You are the one. Not metaphorically, not as a motivational statement, as a precise, literal, unrepeatable fact about you specifically. About the singular, particular, irreplaceable person who is receiving these words right now. There is no one else like you. This is not flattery, and it is not the kind of statement made carelessly to everyone in the hope that it lands somewhere. It is true in the most structural sense possible. The specific combination of experiences and gifts and ways of seeing and ways of being that constitute you has never existed before in the history of the universe and will never exist again after you. Not a close approximation, not someone very similar. You, exactly this, exactly as you are. That specificity is not incidental. It is not a background fact about your existence that sits alongside the more important things. It is one of the most significant things about you. Because it means that what you carry, the particular way you perceive, the particular things you love, the particular qualities that are native to you rather than acquired, the particular capacity you have for the specific things, only you can do in the specific way, only you can do them. None of that is replaceable. None of it exists elsewhere. None of it can be sourced from someone else if you do not bring it. The world needed a specific thing, and it made you. I know that may feel like too large a statement. I know it may immediately generate the counter-argument from the part of you that is most comfortable with smallness. The part that has practiced for years the art of not claiming too much, not thinking too well of yourself, not letting the grandiosity get out of control. That part will want to qualify this, to bring it back to a manageable size, to find the version of this statement that doesn't feel so exposed. I want to ask you to let that part be quiet for just these few minutes, not permanently, not forever, just for now. Just long enough to actually feel what I am saying rather than immediately managing it back into safe smallness. You are the one, not one of many interchangeable options, not a version of the person who was really supposed to be here, not a placeholder for someone more qualified, the actual, specific, intended, precisely made person for this particular life, this particular time, this particular set of things that only you can do. Feel what happens in your body when you let that be true. Not the performed version of believing it. Not the shoulders thrown back and the chin lifted and the decision to act confident. The actual, quiet, internal version of receiving it. Of letting the truth of it move through you rather than hover at the surface as a nice idea. What is in your chest right now? What happens in the quality of your breath when you let yourself be the one? When you stop requiring yourself to be slightly less than that, slightly more humble, slightly more uncertain, slightly more provisional in your claiming of your own significance. There is likely something that loosens, something that was held tight by the practice of smallness that softens slightly when smallness is not required. Because smallness has been required. It has been the condition of acceptability in so many of the contexts you have moved through. The condition of being liked, of being safe, of not threatening anyone, of staying within the boundaries that felt navigable. You learned that taking up too much space was dangerous, that claiming too much was arrogant, that being too certain of your own significance was the kind of thing that invited correction. And so you practiced smallness. Genuinely, carefully, skillfully. You became very good at the slight backward lean that says, I am not claiming too much here. I am not suggesting that I am anything exceptional. I am just someone doing my best. Probably no more than that. Maybe slightly less. Let's not overstate it. That lean is exhausting. Not the way physical exertion is exhausting. Immediately, obviously, in the muscles. The deeper way. The way that depletes something fundamental over years of sustained practice. The depletion of someone who has been operating at a fraction of their actual power out of concern that the full power would be too much. You have been operating at a fraction. Not because the rest isn't there, because you have been careful, because the full expression of who you are. The uncurated, unmanaged, fully inhabited version, the version that takes up its full space and speaks with its full authority and moves through the world with the complete certainty of someone who knows exactly what they carry and has no apology for it. That version has felt like too much, too risky, too exposed, too much like claiming something that might be taken away. That version is the one. Not the careful version, not the fraction, the full expression, the complete claiming, the unreserved inhabiting of the specific, singular, absolutely necessary person that the universe made precisely you to be. And here is the truth about arrogance that most teachings get wrong. Arrogance is not the full claiming of your genuine worth. Arrogance is the inflation of worth that isn't genuine, the claiming of something more than what is actually there, out of insecurity about what is there. The full claiming of your actual, genuine, precise, irreplaceable worth is not arrogance. It is accuracy. It is the most honest thing you can do. The alternative, the smallness, the slight lean, the careful not claiming, is actually the less honest position. It misrepresents what is there. It presents a reduced version of the real thing in the name of humility and produces instead a quiet falsehood about your actual nature. You are not a reduced thing. You are not a fraction. You are the full, complete, unrepeatable, absolutely specific person who was made for exactly this. Claim it. Not in a declaration to anyone else. In the quiet, internal, body-level way that is more real than any announcement. In the feeling of stepping fully into the center of yourself, of allowing your full presence to occupy the space that is exactly yours, of moving from slightly behind your own life to fully inside it. In the recognition, quiet, complete, non-negotiable, that you are the one. Not waiting to be chosen. Not hoping to be recognized, not auditioning for the role of yourself. Already it. Already the full version. Already right now, in this body, in this moment, the specific, irreplaceable, absolutely necessary person you were always made to be. Feel the difference in your body between that and the fraction. Feel what happens when you stand fully in the truth of yourself rather than the curated presentation of yourself. When you let the full weight of your actual worth rest in your chest rather than holding it slightly outside you at a managed distance. That weight is not burden. That is presence. That is the felt experience of being the full version of yourself rather than the careful, slightly held back version. The world does not need you to be less. It needed you to be exactly what you are, all of it, the full expression, the uncurated, unmanaged, completely inhabited real version of the specific person the universe took significant effort to make. You are the one. You have always been the one. Stop leaning back. Come fully forward into the life that has been waiting for the full version of you. It is yours. You are it. There is no separation between the life that is supposed to be yours and the person who deserves it. You are the one, and you are here, and you are ready. Welcome to yourself.